What is up, everybody? I'm Andy. This is EPS Garage. Today is part 2 of a 4-part series about your first market or craft markets if you're going to be interested in selling your craft. Hopefully, one of these videos, or maybe all 4 of them, might help you. That's my goal. If not, I'm sorry. I tried. But today, I'm going to concentrate on displays. Do you need to display your product? Well, this one's going to be about my display specifically. So I hope it helps you, but just think about your displays and how you're going to display your product. It can be really important. Sometimes people walk up, they don't know what your product is unless you have a good display for it, kind of showing what it does do. So I have a squirrel feeder, which is a video I just made on how to make one, and I've got a specific display for it. I've got a hat holder, specific display for it. And my wine racks, I need something to hang it up and show how the glasses hang, how the bottle's set in there. You need all that information so when people walk up, they instantly know what it's for. This display, however, that I have currently is, I made it out of scrap wood last minute for my first market last year, and it's got to go. Got to update it. So the goal of this display is to make it lighter, more versatile, and where it fits in my truck a whole lot better. So that's the goal. Hopefully you like the video, you get something out of it. If you do, please like, subscribe. I would love to hear your comments as well. If you have any feedback, I'm really trying to work on my video content and slowly get better and better at doing this. This is all new to me. It's a hobby, so whatever, it's whatever and wherever it goes. Today, we are going to kind of wing this project. I did make some quick sketches, pretty basic, some 1x1s, cedar planks, maybe a 2x4. It's going to be pretty basic, and hopefully it works. The whole idea is that it's lightweight and it'll still hold up to a decent gust of wind. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned.
For my display, I'm making the sides 66.5 inches and the tops 40 inches. The whole goal of this is so it fits in my truck bed and I can close my tailgate. This will help me when moving it to and from my market, not having to have my tailgate open.
Alright, so like I said, I'm doing this kind of winging it because I'm not really sure what's going to work, so I'm just going to make one of them first. Also, of course, I forgot stuff when I was at the store. I forgot some screws and other stuff, and I really only bought enough material to do one. Anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm cutting these 12-inch 45 degrees for reinforcements. I'm just going to screw those in, and then I'll screw in the bottoms. That way, once those are in, I have it nice and square. And then from there, the planks should give it a lot of rigidity. We'll see.
I cut these corner reinforcements at 12 inches long, 45 degree miters, and then I just use a countersink bit and drilled a hole through them. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut my cedar plank, same width as my stand,
for
and that's
aesthetic
40
reasons
inches.
and strength, I'm going to do the front with these 1 inch. They are actually ½ inch, but they call them 1 inch. Now that goes. Cedar boards. I'm going to space them so I don't have to use so many boards. And just so all the boards are the same, I'm going to make the holes the same as well. So that far in, and I'm going to go ahead and mark out every 2 inches. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Since all these boards are cut exactly the same length, I'm just going to use the top one as kind of a template. Decided I'm going to set the gap of these at 3/4. I got these 1/4 inch shims. Make sure it's even on the sides. Funny story today, but almost got attacked by a dog. My neighbor's dog came flying through the fence while I was out back working out. Thought I was gonna die. What are you gonna do? Now I gotta repair my fence. Alright, so my next step is figuring out what's gonna support it on the ground. I've got an idea what my plan is. Basically, if this is my stand, I'm going to take a 2x4 and 24 inches long, put a groove in the center, and then use spikes to spike 3 spikes, one on each end and one through the center, so this will all be flush. That's my plan. We'll see if it works.
Well, I'm not very smart. I had to remove the bottom of this because I forgot I had to make my half lap. So needed to remove it. And here I am making the half lap. I didn't use dado blades. I just went ahead and used my saw blade because I just honestly didn't want to change it out. I guess I was being lazy. This is just another method though. If you don't have a dado stack, you can do it this way. It's a little more time consuming.
I always think it's satisfying cutting out the little chunks, and I just clean it up with a chisel. Well, today with the crazy Texas weather, it's 40-mile-an-hour winds and freezing cold, so I wanted to show you out there how this works, or how it didn't work. But I'm not going to be able to. So while this is rolling, I'm going to go out there and I'll shoot something and show you. But I made my design. These are 24 inches. Drilled a hole in the middle, and it went over the other half laps on the stand. It was way too shaky. It wasn't going to work. So I had to think of another plan on how this was going to work. Like I said, we're winging a lot of this. So my new plan was to put these on the side. I thought, hey, you know, it's still the same shape as the 1x1, so put them on the side horizontally instead of vertically, or I guess they're still horizontal, whatever. But anyways, I was going to put them this way, and that seems to work a lot better. However, I just need to drill a hole, maybe use a 1/2-inch bolt nut washer, maybe like a wing nut, and to secure it. And I think that's going to make this pretty sturdy, so we'll see. As you can see, very wobbly and shaky with the first method. However, the second method might just work. Next step, we're going to drill the holes through the supports and through the frame. And I already went.
I'm just going to use a 1/2-inch drill bit.
What I did here, I took my chisel and I cut out the shape of the bolt. I'm going to put some epoxy in there, epoxy it, and I'll just leave this piece like that so I can easily assemble it and I don't have to look for pieces.
Alright, I'm going to use some JB Weld. Make sure you mix it really well, the 2 parts. I always mix it for a couple minutes, make sure it's really well mixed. And I'm pretty much using all of it. And then any excess you can wipe off with denatured alcohol. I think rubbing alcohol might work as well. I did find that at the Tractor Supply store, they have an epoxy, like an off-brand. It works really good.
Using my Miles Craft drill guide, as you can tell, wow, it's really bright out today. But as you can tell, I'm done. I'm gonna go ahead and make another one of these, so I have 2 of them. I'm also gonna make it where I can put them in a corner and put a support across so I can, the corner of my booth. Then the last step is I'm gonna probably go ahead and stain it. The last one I painted, paint just doesn't look right, I don't think, especially with being a wood working booth. I think that the stain will look really good. So that's it, really. I think that's gonna be a huge improvement. Put a handle on the side, it's way lighter. This other one must have weighed 100 pounds. It's ridiculous. 3/4 inch plywood and all 2x4s was the old one. And this one's 1x1s, 24 inches of 2x4 and some cedar plank. So it's gonna tremendously help me at my markets. Next time you'll see it is on my video when I do it, the video on the market, and you'll actually see it stained and done. I'll have it out there, and I'll have the wine rack on it. Let's test her out, shall we? I got the wine rack that I made in my video a while back. Think that works good? That'll look good. Some wine bottles and the wine glasses under it. I also still have room to hang some picture frames. Now that I'm all done with my new board, what do I do with this board?